Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. So we will practice chair yoga today for 30 minutes. Just a reminder to listen to your body. If any stretches are not working for you, you can skip them, come on and modify. You will need a chair for your practice today. So a chair that's at your desk is fantastic. If your chair has wheels, I'd recommend putting them in the lock position so you're not rolling around too much. And if you can adjust the height, just have your hips in line with your knees. So we just don't want our hips to be too high or too low. And what I love the most about chair yoga is all of the stretches that we'll be working with today, you can easily incorporate into your workday in the future. So if you're experiencing a bit of fatigue in a certain area of the body, you can just think back to our class. And even if you have 30 minutes or 30 seconds, a minute, 10 seconds, even just the smallest little movements can offer quite a bit of relief for the body, which is really great. And today I was thinking we could do a little bit of a full body flow and stretch. So we'll try to release tension in the full body and especially focusing on those common areas of complaints. So shoulders, wrists, low back, upper back, neck, things like that. So we'll definitely offer a bit of relief there. As we start, if you'd like, you can scoot towards the end of your seat, and that will just help you to elongate your spine. Giving yourself some time here just to close the eyes. And then as you settle here, just feel your feet grounded and planted down. Feel your knees in line with your heels. Feel your knees in line with your hips. Feel your shoulders over the hips. We just don't want to be leaning forward or back too much. Engage the core. So create a little sensation of tucking the tailbone. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine slightly. And then create this nice long line that flows through the spine. So lengthening the back of the neck. Reaching and stretching through the crown of the head. And then feel yourself dropping in and connect with your breath. So simply observe the rise and the fall of the breath. And then lengthening as you inhale and lengthening as you exhale. And then with the exhale, just trying to let go of any tension that you might be holding onto. Set an intention for class if you'd like. So intention could be anything. It might be that you want to relax a little bit. It could be that you're holding tension and you want to let that go. And as we start here, let's take our hands right on up to the sky. We'll bring our hands in line with our shoulders. And right hand reaches and stretches up. We'll create a little slack on the left side. And reset, left hand rises, creating a bit of slack on the right. And we'll just go side to side here. So each time, really try to reach and stretch up and out of the waist. Good. Let's take a moment to pause here. Hands to the sky and gently relax your hands down. And shoulder shrugs. So we'll take our shoulders to our ears, tense, 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 and then let your shoulders relax. Shoulders come up, find that tension, and release. And let's go 3 more times here. Great. Let's gently relax the hands down and then hands to the sky. Nice full breath here. Take your right hand down your back and left hand can draw you into a bit of a shoulder opening here. Try to relax your shoulders away from the ears. So create some space here between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. Hands to the sky, nice full breath here. Left hand on the back, right hand can draw you into that stretch. Try to open up the chest and the heart here. We don't want to be rounding forward too much. Arms sweep out into T, nice full breath in here. Let's take that right hand to the left, and left arm will be under, left arm bends, drawing you into a shoulder stretch. Try to relax your right shoulder from your right ear. Arms can sweep out into T, nice full breath. Let's take that left arm over and right arm under. And then just seeing if you can relax that left shoulder from the left ear a little bit more. Arms come out into T, nice full breath here. Let's bring our hands onto our shoulders. Elbows will float forward. Draw them up, take them back, and relax them down. Full breath in, elbows up, back, and down. Let's go one more time here. Nice full breath in and out. Hands will sweep out into T, nice full breath. Let's take our right arm over, left arm under. Now we can reach for opposite shoulders here. Maybe press the backs of your hands together, and maybe the arms wrap and maybe the hands will wrap up. Arms can stay where they're at here. Maybe take your hands to the sky if you'd like. Give yourself a little bit more shoulder stretch. And release. We'll sweep our arms out into our T position, and then let's take opposite arm under, opposite arm over. So right arm under, left arm over, and reaching for opposite shoulders, pressing the backs of your hands together. Maybe arms wrap and hands wrap on up. And hands can stay right where they're at. Maybe take your hands to the sky. And release. Let's float our arms out into T position. Now bring the hands right on up to the sky. Fingers will interlock and palms will press up. Let's do a little wiggle here in the wave, shifting to the left and shifting to the right. Bring yourself back to center here. Let's take our hands to the right and then pause. Press into the left sitting bone and then lengthen through the whole left side body. Come back to center, full breath here to lengthen. Let's take our hands to the left. And breathe so deeply here. Almost imagine that you could create a little bit of space in between the ribs. We have all these little intercostal muscles. You can get them a nice stretch. Coming back on through to center, let's gently relax the hands down as you exhale. Let's take a little time to work with our feet and work with the legs. So on this one, if you'd like just to go back to the back of your chair, you can do that so that your back is supported. We are going to start with our right foot and taking a moment to point and flex your foot. And then as you're doing this one, just check in with the breath. Feel yourself breathe in and breathe out through your nose. Take a moment to pause, begin to point your foot. So we'll just breathe into the stretch for the top of your foot. And flex your foot, press out through the heel and the back of the knee. Bring yourself into circles here. So maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles. Reverse, flow in the other direction. And stillness. Let's take that right leg up and over, working with a figure 4 stretch here. Now on this one, you may want to scoot towards the edge of the seat. Sometimes that can give us a little bit more of a hip stretch. And then if this variation isn't working for you, you can just skip it. We'll be in the next pose soon enough. So we want to create a 90-degree angle in our left leg and then try to have your heel right on the knee here. Sometimes if we have our foot off to the side quite a bit, it gives us a different stretch. It's not the proper alignment. So imagine if you could draw a line, it would be your heel and then the outside of your leg. Now, if this knee is sticking way up high, that's okay. You can push it down if you want, as long as that feels okay, or just energetically send it down. So if you do that, it will give you a little bit more stretch. You can also flex your right foot. So this will just activate some more muscles in your legs. Now let's take a nice deep full breath in here to lengthen, and option to come down and fold if you'd like on your exhale. And then as you're folding here, this just gives you a little bit more stretch. You just feel the eyes closing. Relax the eyebrows. Relax your jaw. Try to let go of tension through the shoulders, the arms, the hands. Relax the upper, mid, and low back. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. And then bringing yourself back on up. Let's realign here to a neutral spine. Hands to the sky. Nice full breath in. Hands to the right on exhale. Let's take a seated spinal twist. Ardha Matsyendrasana. So on this one, let's try to breathe into that twist for our stomachs. We'll breathe into our stomach, our ribs, our chest. And then as you exhale, feel the release of the twist from your chest, ribs, and stomach. Coming back to center, let's realign here, hands to the sky, full breath, and releasing off towards the left. Now let's take this into a nice back body twist. We'll breathe into our low back, mid back, and upper back, and then releasing from the upper, mid, and low back. And coming back on through to center, let's realign here, hands to the sky, full breath, and hands at the heart to release. Let's gently relax that right foot down. Maybe scoot to the back of your chair again. Left leg extends in front. Take an opportunity to point and flex your foot. And now as you're doing this, just feel your breath flowing in and flowing out through your nose. Take that time to pause, point your foot, and flex your foot, and circle. And reverse. Left leg comes up and over, figure four, and then scooting to the edge of your seat if needed. Take that time to find your proper alignment. Flex your foot, encourage the knee down. Maybe notice if this is easier or maybe more challenging on this side. Sitting with the spine straight or folding down if you'd like. So this is our seated pigeon stretch. This is a wonderful stretch for the legs and the hips. And it's a wonderful stretch for the low back as well. So this one is an excellent stretch if you ever experience sciatica or sciatic pain. It can really help to take some pressure off of that nerve. But this is a very nice way to get a nice hip stretch, open up the hips a little bit more. And we're gonna float ourselves on up to a neutral spine. Bring your hands to the sky, full breath here. Hands to the left on exhale, let's take it into a twist. And then as you're twisting here, maybe gaze off your left shoulder. And just see if that helps you move a little deeper into the twist. Bringing your hands to the sky, full breath here. Let's take our hands to the right, breathing out. And then on your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On the out-breath, allow for the twist to deepen. And release. Let's bring ourselves back to center. We'll realign here, hands up towards the sky, and hands at the heart as you exhale. Great, let's bring our left foot to meet our right foot. We'll take our feet out a little wide. Grab up to the sides of the chair. We'll do a windshield wipe of the knees to the right and to the left. Coming into stillness here. Let's come on up to stand. We can try some stretches using our chair standing. So we worked a little bit with a nice stretch on the shoulders just a bit ago. So I'd love to build on that a little bit and incorporate the legs as well. So if you need to have your chair, you may want to stick it off to the left because you can have a little support here with our hands. So for this one, we'll work with our balance. Right leg comes up and over. Toes can be on the ground. Maybe lift your leg for a half wrap. And you can try to wrap your foot all the way around as well. So it's a full wrap. Now, if you're really working with the balance here, maybe you're just playing with the idea of taking your hands on and off the chair. Now, if you wanted to build on this one, we can work with our arms. So we'll take our right arm under, left arm over, reach for opposite shoulder, press the backs of your hands together, maybe arms wrap up and hands wrap up. And as we balance here, try to find one spot to focus on. You want to find a drishti, one spot to focus your concentration and to focus your awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. Let's release that one. We'll unwrap arms, we'll unwrap legs. Let's take our hands right on up to the sky. Nice full breath in here. And hands at the heart as you exhale. So if you need your chair, just to keep those arms nice and even, pick it up and send it off to the right. So let's bring that left leg up and over, toes on the ground, leg lifted, maybe try for your wrap. Arms out into T, left arm under, right arm over. Reach for opposite shoulders. Press the backs of your hands together. Maybe arms wrap and maybe hands wrap on up. So for this one, imagine that you can ground so firmly through your right foot. So press through the inside, through the outside, and then notice your body's natural tendency. If you tend to roll in, maybe tend to roll to the outside of your foot. Good. Let's release that one. We can unwrap legs. We'll unwrap arms, hands to the sky. Nice full breath here. Hands at the heart, breathe out. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Let's take our right hand for our left wrist. And left foot takes a big step to the right, so we'll cross our legs. Take a nice full breath here to lengthen and release your hands to the right. Now create a little sensation like your right hand could pull your left hand to the right side of the room. So just moving you a little bit deeper into that stretch. We'll bring ourselves back to center. Let's realign here, keeping the legs just how they are. Change up the grip in the hands and release to the left. And release. Let's bring ourselves back to center. We'll release the hands. We can do a nice little reset on our feet, and we'll try that on the other side. Hands to the sky. Left hand for your right wrist and right foot to the left. Crossing the legs, releasing the hands to the left. Try to feel that right foot crossing to the right and just see if that moves you a little deeper into the lateral stretch for your spine. Coming back to center, let's realign here, change up the grip in the hands, full breath to lengthen and release up towards the right. Try to ground evenly through both of your feet, inside and outside of each foot. And back to center. Let's do a reset on our hands. We'll do a reset on our feet and then trying out a shoulder release. We'll work with yoga mudra here. So for this one, behind your body, either square your wrists off or try to take your palms to touch. So maybe imagine that you could squeeze a marble in between the shoulder blades. Standing up with the spine straight here, option to fold forward if you'd like. You can do a little hinge at the hips and come on down. Your arms can run along your back body. You can also release your arms away from the back body a bit. Try to relax the fronts of your shoulders and just noticing if that helps you move a little deeper into the shoulder stretch. Releasing your hands onto your low back. Relaxing your hands down towards the ground and then floating yourself on up to a neutral spine. So just coming up one vertebrae at a time. Take a shoulder roll here, breathe in and breathe out. So we'll try some stretching with our chair. And for this one, let's use the back of the chair. So you can just flip that chair around so that you can access the back of the chair. So as we start here, we're going to work a little bit with a down dog / a forward fold. So what you'll do is you'll just walk your feet back a little bit. Try to have your feet in line with your hips. And on this one, try to feel yourself reaching and stretching in opposite directions. We'll feel our hands reaching and stretching forward. We'll feel our sitting bones reaching and stretching back. And this one is such a nice stretch for your spine, wonderful stretch for your hamstrings. And building on this, we'll try a warrior 3 variation. So let's bring our right leg on up when you're ready. And it's nice because we can really try to strengthen that balance. So we do have the support of the hands in the chair, so it can make it a little easier. So it's nice training wheels to start. And maybe roll your right hip down a little bit. Try to even off your low back and even off through your hips. We'll take our right foot to meet our left foot. Left leg rises back when you're ready. You can roll your hip down a little bit. Imagine that you could balance a book on your low back. And release. Let's take our left foot to meet right. We're going to float ourselves on up to standing. Take your feet out nice and wide. Arms side to side. Let's do a little empty coat sleeve stretch to the right and to the left. Great. As you come into stillness here, let's grab onto that chair. We'll try one more balancing pose here. So having the support of the chair on the left if you need it. And let's work a little bit with a crane pose. So for crane, right toes can be on the ground. Maybe lift your leg on up for a 90-degree angle. Maybe arms come out into T with soft wrist, elbows, and shoulders. And breathing here. So we want to engage the core. Let the tailbone tuck. Feel the navel move back and up to the spine a little bit. Hands relax down, foot resets. Feel free to pick up that chair. Send it off to the right if you need it. Let's take our left leg up when you're ready. Now on this one, sometimes this hip will lift up and rise a little bit. So let's press it down a little bit. Try to even off the low back and try to even off through the hips. We'll bring it on down. Let's shake it out. We can shake out our wrists and give a little shake out to the feet as well. Let's try some stretches using the seat of our chair. So you'll just want to make sure that you can comfortably access the seat. Square yourself up to the chair for a moment here, feet in line with hips, and have your toes pointing straight forward. Hands to the sky, breathe in. Fold yourself down, breathe out. We'll just take our hands right down onto the seat here and shake it out a little bit. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, to bend the other knee. Relax your head, yes, and relax your head no. Great. As you come into stillness here, let's take our hands off towards the right. So we'll land in a little side stretch. Try to ground evenly through the inside and the outside of each foot. Back to center. Let's take it through center here. Hands to the opposite side. Reaching and stretching from the waist. Lengthen the side body, the arm, and the fingertips. Bring yourself back to center. Let's take a nice bend into the knees. Lower the stomach down. Lift up through the heart. Tailbone will lower and crown of the head will lower. Flow through cat and dog stretch for a moment. Lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, feel your shoulders relaxing from the ears. Create a little bit of space between the ears and the shoulders, and feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. Coming into a neutral spine here, let's work a little bit with a twist. So for this one, take a nice deep bend in your right knee. We'll take our left hand to the sky as you exhale. This is an open twist. These tend to be a little easier. So have that nice deep bend in the right knee, and then try to have your left leg as straight as you can have it. This can also give a really nice IT band stretch on the left side, which is really beneficial for the body. We'll come back to center, forward fold. Let's keep our legs exactly how they are. Right hand rises on exhale. We'll take a close twist. So this one might be a little bit more challenging to come on into. And for this one, let's try to roll that right shoulder back, left shoulder under. Let the heart shine right on up to the sky. Back on through the center to a forward fold. Left knee bends. Right hand rises. We'll take our open twist on the other side. And we have options with the hands. So maybe hands to the sky, hand on your hip. Maybe arm wraps around your low back. Reach for the other hip crease. Float yourself back to center. Let's keep those legs exactly how they are. Left hand rises on exhale. Let's twist. And then breathing here. Take that variation with the hands that work for you. Maybe gaze off your shoulder. See if that moves you a little deeper. Hand can float down. Let's bend into our knees. We'll lower the stomach down. Let's lift up through the heart. Tailbone lowers, crown of the head lowers. And then just taking this one through a round of a cat and a dog stretch. Trying to find length with each breath. Wonderful warm up for the spine, creating strength and flexibility. Once you come to a little bit of a rounding of the spine, let's bring it to standstill, ground into your feet. Hands will reach on up to the sky. Nice full breath in. Hands at the heart for a breath out. Let's come on back to our comfortable seated position. Take that time to set your body up. So we'll bring our heels in line with our knees, knees in line with our hips, and shoulders are over the hips. Bring your shoulders to your ears, create a nice large circle. Relax your shoulders on exhale. Breathe in, shoulders up, back, and down. One more time here. Great. Gently relaxing your shoulders down. Imagine that there was a clock in front of you and you want to run your nose through the numbers of the clock. So let's just work this really nice rotation here in the mat. Find large circles, find small circles, whatever feels comfortable in your body. And circle, let's reverse, move in the other direction. And stillness. Let's take our hands at the heart space for a moment. Take a moment to close the eyes here. Thanking yourself for taking this time to practice chair yoga, to do something so beneficial for your mind and your body. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. It's fantastic to be here with you. I hope that your body and mind are feeling relaxed and wonderful. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.
Thanks, Melissa.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.